Okay, in this problem, a reporter is trying to basically figure out which brand of clothing that teens like best. All teenagers. So on the planet, all the teens on the planet, what do they like? What brand of clothing do they like? And what they're doing is they're surveying teenagers, right, leaving Hot Shots clothing store. So which statement best explains why this survey probably is not valid? In other words, how come if they surveyed just this small group of students in the world, leaving this one particular store, the Hot Shots teens, why is it not valid? In other words, why does this small group not represent everybody? Because that's the goal of a survey, to take a small group, survey them, and say, well, that's a good estimation of what everyone will like. And that's usually the goal. So here, that doesn't work, right? Because, well, it would be nice, of course, to survey everybody in the world, but that would take too long. By the time you finish surveying everyone, this survey would no longer matter because all the teens would be adults. So we do attempt to do this. Our goal is to use a small sample, but this doesn't work here. Why? Well, because they're only surveying certain students from a certain store. Right? Does everyone shop here? No. Well, if they did, maybe it'd be okay, but not everyone shops at the same store. So how could everyone from this one store represent everyone else? And it says here, the survey should have been conducted online. That might have helped, but there's still problems with that. Who's responding to the survey? The group surveyed consisted only of teenagers. Well, that's not really a problem because we're trying to figure out what teenagers actually like. So that doesn't hurt or help our survey, really. The survey was conducted by a reporter only for one magazine. Well, it doesn't really matter what magazine is collecting the data. It matters what they're using the data for. Here they're using the data to figure out which brand of clothing teens like best. Well, if this magazine is trying to do that, great for them, but it doesn't help or hurt us, really, unless we think about, I guess, the corporate interest behind their survey. Why are they doing this survey? It's to sell a product that advertises in a magazine? Well, that would be a really skewed survey. So it doesn't help. It certainly doesn't help our validity, but really the fundamental problem here is D. The group survey consisted only of teenagers who shopped at the same store. And again, because students from the same store, even if your survey was very efficient, you got all teenagers, and your magazine company was very altruistic and they really wanted to make sure that they're accurately finding this out, just to find it out, it still wouldn't help because everyone's from the same store and that does not represent the whole group of teens, the whole world. So just the hotshot teens are definitely not a good representation. Anyway, I hope that helped.